Toronto Air Taxi Company, and eVTOL economics. All numbers in this presentation are hypothetical. Author understands that as of 2023, there is no air taxi eVTOL operation and maintenance data. Author is not involved in any eVTOL activities and presents solely his own opinion, wish list. Purpose of presentation: to understand the aircraft/eVTOL operational economics high-level model as of 2023 from an outsider perspective. Hello, this is Ramas from Avram Aerospace, and today we are going to discuss about aircraft economics, eVTOL segment. 3-4 weeks ago, I wrote and published article. I called it Engine-Combinatorics, and I published it on my LinkedIn page. I will provide you link below. An article was about high level, or try to understand, eVTOL safety and reliability. When I published it, I asked a question to myself. Now, what about eVTOL operational economics? And since I don't have, or I'm not involved in any eVTOL activities, not from design, manufacturing, or aviation authority side, but I want to understand and build at least high level eVTOL economic model, operational economic model, I said, let me use here some hypothetical numbers. Maybe I'm wrong, but here is what I got, and I would like to share with you. Let's say we have air taxi company. I called it Toronto Air Taxi Company. And we are going to fly from, let's say, Toronto downtown to Niagara Falls, Buffalo, or Pearson International Airport. I'm using in this example Pearson International Airport. As you can see, it says here Toronto downtown, TDT, and why is that? Let's say one flight or average utilization is 20 minutes. And we have 4 seaters. Don't forget, this is air taxi, and all numbers are, in this example, hypothetical. Let's say we paid for one eVTOL $3 million, and we are expecting availability 16 hours at technical world rate, 16 hours per day. Daily utilization based on these numbers is going to be 640 minutes or 10.7 flight hours per day average. Monthly, I'm using here Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel helps us. It's going to be 320 flight hours, and per year 3,840. Let's say we are going to fly 3,840 flight hours, okay? Let's say we are going to fly They put here expected operation 10 years from 2030 to 2040. And I'm projecting this 10 years flight, approximately 35,000 flight hours. Now I understand that if we multiply 10 by 3,840 flight hours, gives us 38,400 flight hours. But I said we might have, for this next 10 years operations, we might have some maintenance downtime or operation downtime. And I said, let me keep it simple. So we are projecting 35,000 flight hours. Based on these numbers, operating cost is going to be $86 per flight hours, and for our 4 seats, it's going to be $21 per flight hour per seat. Now, when I get this number, I said, based on my knowledge, my experience, I said, it's too low, and I'm gonna use some uncertainty factor. I called it working factor, and I'm using number 6. Why I'm using 6? If I have time, I'm gonna tell you later. After we apply this working factor 6, we have new numbers. Operating cost is now $514 per flight hours. Selling price $1 flight hour per seat is $129, which gives us ticket price from Toronto downtown to YYZ $64 for 20 minutes, and YYZ to TDT for 20-minute flight, it's back flight, right? $64 per seat. I add here some information. Uncertainty factor use 6, currency 2020 based on 2023 year, and some additional conditions. Actually, I highlighted in the yellow here, right? I'm gonna go one by one. Let's say MPD or manufacturer tells us that we need to do some overhaul or replace engines and electrical apparatus, etc. in 5 years. So we bought it in 2030, we are flying from 2030, so we need to replace it 2035. Based on flight hours, 35,000 flight hours, we have to replace it when we reach 17,500. What I would like to mention that I'm not bringing here flight cycles. Why? Because flight cycles is going to probably add more uncertainty, and definitely when there is no real data from operations, right, and all these numbers are hypothetical, we don't want more uncertainty in this model, in this example. Okay? And I said, let's say that it gives us, in addition, I put additional expenses, $2 million, 70% from the price, and I said, gives us probably, in addition, $2 million. As a result, now we have to invest $5 million for one aircraft next 10 years. What is the difference? Operating cost now is $143 per flight hour against 86. Flight hour per seat for 4 seats is going to be now 36 against 21. Applying this working factor 6, now what we have? Operating cost is going to be 857 against 514. Seat selling price, dollar flight hour per seat, $214 per seat per flight hours against 129. And ticket price for 20-minute flight, it's going to be 107. Now, you can ask question, is profit included in these numbers? Answer is, I don't know. It can be, profit can be negative, 0, or positive. Why? Because we don't have any information, at least from based on 2023, right? Year 2023. No, there is no eVTOL real life maintenance and operation data. But if you are aviation investor or you involved in eVTOL business and provide me with more accurate and provide me more data, more information, more detailed information, I will be happy to support you and build the best in the world aircraft or eVTOL operational economic model. And not only this, I will build for you also a reliability system. Why? Because we are going to fly 5 years or 10 years or 25 years, it does matter, because as we mentioned, this is new segment in aviation aerospace industry. And we need to know what's happening in real life. We need to know the real life data, real life operation. Now, answering question, why factor 6? When I did my PhD, I collected a lot of data, and what I found, there is a bridge between what manufacturers document says and what is in real life, right? And if you want to connect this bridge, sometimes we need to multiply. We have to use minimum factor 2, and maximum, from manufacturer document to real life, have to use factor 2 minimum and maximum factor 6. So this is the reason why I'm using here, get high level uncertainty factor 6. Anyway, thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.